first kiss was with a racist. Now, at the time of the kiss, I didn't know he was racist, and he doesn't know. He was black, mixed race of a white mother and an absent black father, and we kissed in the back of an empty high school parking lot in the middle of winter. This should have been my first clue, but this was bad news. I had been told to never fall in love with a boy in the wintertime. But this wasn't love. It was lust. And it wasn't really lust, it was practicality, because this was the first time this black woman had ever had the chance to court a black man. And I mean black. Baggy jeans, extra baggy ball shirts, big brown eyes. I could see myself reflected in as something other than a shadow blocking the light. The only thing he was missing was a Sean John jacket. I was thrilled. Let's call him Chris. Chris walked me home. Our hands knocking each other flirtatiously as we traversed the snow. We jumped from topic to topic until these ever-fated words left his mouth. Janelle is blacker than you. The world crashed around me. The snow crunching beneath my feet became the breaking backs of my ancestors before me, screaming, "What does that mean?" You know, you're an Oreo. You're black on the outside, but you're white on the inside. You know, you're not ghetto, you're educated. Educated. Ann-Bernice Thomas, educated Oreo. I should have my own circus show. Maybe I do. And 5 years later, I can't get this conversation out of my head. Because at the tender age of 15, he made me realize two things. One, I was black. And two, I had no idea what that meant. I never had to think about it before. I mean, I knew that he was wrong. I mean, just look at Michelle Obama. But he cast his self-doubt in me, unlike anything I had ever known. So, to start my journey of self-discovery, I asked a group of women of color in the Vancouver Island area if they had ever been called anything similar to an Oreo. The responses were creative, to say the least. There was banana, coconut, Twinkie, apple, chocolate vanilla swirl. Isn't it interesting how easily women of color can be compared to food? Marble cake, honey, cappuccino, bounties. If we are something to be eaten, to be consumed, to take away our darker outside, and you will find the glistening white worth beneath it. Wow, you're so articulate. You're not like other black girls. You were so pretty for an insert race here, girl. I never really think of you as black, and my personal favorite, I'm blacker than you because I know all of the words to Kanye West's Gold Digger. Wow. Who knew that race was as easy to become as memorizing the words of a song, and as easy to erase as a misplaced comma with SAT vernacular? These phrases are like scalpels tearing away my black body, peeling apart the skin because I am worth something in spite of it. But all of a sudden, I felt alone because this Oreo categorization was happening to people of all races, not just black people. This mindset of education meaning whiteness, of being able to get a job, get paid well, settle down, and live comfortably, meaning whiteness, of being able, meaning whiteness. So, I decided to look inside at my own family, the only black people who I really knew. My mom is from Jamaica. My dad is from Sierra Leone, and they met in London, England. They had 3 children. And we moved to Ontario when I was 7. So this is a beautiful example of a multicultural, displaced black family. And my brother and I, we're really close. And when I was 11, he started high school. And he went to school up the road. It was a good school, rich white kids. It's a really, really good school. And he was charismatic, energetic, a sports guy, really nice, mean in the way older brothers are, but never cruel. And this all changed as soon as he started high school. All of a sudden, he was in and out of the principal's office. He was acting out, talking back, and just overall being really, really mean. A couple years later, a sports school opened up a few miles out of town. At this school, it was all multicultural, lots of people of color. And my brother moved there, and the change in him was instantaneous. The anger sizzled out, the young thug disappeared, and just like that, I had my brother back. When I asked him about it, he said that was the behavior they were expecting out of him. They were treating him terribly because he was black, and so black was what he became. A young thug, a menace, angry, hurt, black. This stereotypical, black. And when he stopped being these things, did he stop being black? Not at all. But he was spoon-fed this idea, this stereotype of the aggressive black male, and he ate it up, and they created exactly what they wanted. And that is how simple and how easily a systematic cycle of racism begins, with education, with miseducation. And finally, I looked at myself, and I thought, am I black? So once again, I posed the question, what is blackness? And I read this book by Ta-Nehisi Coates, and he discusses what life is like living inside a black body in America. And I thought, exactly, blackness is the state of being. It is existing in a black body. So the real question is, what qualifies and quantifies blackness? This is a bit harder to decide because blackness is a broad scale. It is multicultural, and there are people from all over the world who exist inside black bodies. And so I decided to go with this. Blackness is a state of being. It's existing your life every day in your black body. It is your history. It is your future you're creating for yourself. And it's the present right now and however you choose to live it. But as you are living it, it is loving yourself every single step of the way. As students from all over the world, there are people who do not understand your greatness, and they will try to bring it down to something that they can fit in the size of their hand. Do not let them. The strongest thing you'll ever have for yourself is knowing yourself, every inch, every corner, every dark spot, and loving it anyway. Chris did not know himself. He was given the stereotype of the ghetto black man, and so in his journey of his own self-belief, he took down mine. Now, that is not a very black thing to do, but I thank him for it, because without him opening up his mouth and saying these words, I would not have begun my journey of self-discovery. And as a poet, I live the importance of words every single day, because they mean something. Everything you utter has an impact, whether you want it to or not. And so today, I want to leave you with these words, but I want you to repeat after me, because the impact of saying something out loud is truly unquantifiable. So, I would like you all to repeat with me, I am not an Oreo. I am a whirlwind. A thunderstorm of creation. I am more than capable. I am walking education. And I am me. Thank you.